Okay, so what we have here is the Octonauts deep sea PlayStation, and on the surface of things it looks a really good toy. What you've got here is a pump which blows air out of these air holes, and the idea is that you connect these various devices to the air holes. So let me just put this camera down a second. So you connect these air hoses up to these various devices. So here I've got the kelp cake, well, the Octobot, which shoots kelp cake. So obviously the thing here is that you press this plunger down here. Let's just set the thing in the middle to the right one. So basically you set the pointer here. Let me just show you that. Let's see if I can zoom in better to show you. I've gone blurry. Right. Okay. Using a camera to video this, it's not very good. It's not got a very good focus. Basically, there's a little pointer there, and it points to these three circles. 1, 2, 3, and you basically tweak it around. And basically, that's where the air comes out. So the air comes out of this hole here. If it points to here, it comes out of Alright, so if it points here, it comes out of a hole here. Points here, it comes out of a hole here. If the pointer points here, it comes out of a hole here. So basically we want to turn it to here. So the air goes through a tube here, out here, and hopefully shoots this little disc out of the Octobot. Watch this, you getting ready now, people? Get ready for the excitement as I plunge the plunger down. And watch. Oh look! Absolutely nothing happens. Yep. See, that's one of the problems with this toy. It doesn't work very well. I mean, it doesn't work at all really on the kelp cake. But we'll sort that out later. I'll show you something later to fix that. So let's have a go at the volcano now. Here we go. So I've got it set to the same air hole. You see it's jiggling a little bit, but that's it. And I'm really banging it down. You remember, this is a child's toy. Look at me. Really whacking it. So that's no good. Okay, so let's now try lighting a rescue flare. There you go. It's not getting off the launch pad, is it? And this is a problem with this toy. I mean, the sounds work.
All Octonauts, prepare for a mission in the Midnight Zone.
Yeah, if you just press this button here.
Octonauts, activate lights.
There you go, the lights come on.
Stay alert, Octonauts.
Turn that on.
The Midnight Zone can be dangerous.
So basically the sound works, but the pump is useless. Now, I went on Amazon.
All Octonauts.
Yep.
Do you read me down there?
I do read you. So basically I went on Amazon, had a look at this and had a look at the reviews, and most people said the same thing. The flare doesn't move.
Good work, Octonauts.
Hold on a minute.
Now we know more about
Yeah, so basically I've turned the batteries off on that one. Yeah, the problem with this toy is this plunger. I mean, obviously that's the main feature of this toy, is to launch things, and that's the excitement that you get from, you know, that a child gets from these kind of toys. Launching things into the air with your own physical force to do it. So it's not much fun if you can't do those things, and that's why most people are complaining about it. It doesn't actually work, does the thing that it's supposed to do. So, but I'm going to fix that. I'm going to show you how to fix that. So let's do that. Okay, to fix this problem, all you'll need is a Phillips screwdriver. Yeah, so that's the 4-prong thing for the screwdriver, a few Phillips basically, and then all you have to do is turn it over, and you can see the screws around it. There should be 8 screws. You should be able to, there's a 9th screw there for the battery compartment. You just leave that alone. That just takes 3 AA batteries, I think, or 2, I can't remember. Yeah, 2 AAA batteries. So the first thing to do is take off these 8 screws around the thing, so let's just do that. I'll put the camera down. Okay, so when you've taken the 8 screws off, it's simply a case of lifting it all off. There you go. Don't worry about those yellow eyes falling out if they fall out. So he just lifts off like that. Now you can see that's the orange button, you can feel it pressing down there. That's your speaker, and you've got 4 orange wires. So that's the pump one, and there's your 3 outlets. So that's the air coming in, and basically it gets channeled through this valve here. That's all it is, it's just a valve which channels the air through each tube. So you just spin it around, you choose, it just moves a hole round basically to each one of these. So if you take that off, okay, now when I press that down I can actually feel the air on my hand. So basically, if you've got air coming out here, you don't want it to be coming out there. You're basically losing air pressure. So what you've got to do is seal that up better than how it was designed. So if you take these 2 screws off here and then put something in there, what I'm going to put in is some kitchen towel. You could put some, if you could cut some circles out maybe and put them in there. So let's just do that. So now I've taken the clip off, 2 screws and the green clip, and basically you can actually pull this out now. There you can see how this kind of works. There's basically a hole, and you can see the hole there. So what happens is the air comes down this tube here, up through that hole in the bottom where I'm pointing with my finger, and it goes out through this hole here, and it goes down one of the tubes that it's pointing to. So at the moment this hole is pointing down this tube. Just spin it around, it points to this one. Okay, so you can see the problem there. I can actually feel the air coming out, and you shouldn't feel any air coming out. Air coming out means there's loss of pressure. So what I propose to do is just get a bit of kitchen towel, just a bit of circle of kitchen towel, and I'm gonna pop it around it basically, and then put this back on. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is use some cardboard. Just cut out some cardboard with some circles in it, and basically that's going to go over there. Okay, so what I've got my 2 pieces of cardboard in there, and now when I'm doing this I can't feel any air escaping. The air's coming out or it should do. By the way, if you just put this device on it, you just make sure that that pointer points there when you're testing it, so that the air, when you push that down, the air is coming out of there. So now it's just a case of putting it all back together. Just reverse the process. Make sure when you're putting it back together that you have this orange on and this orange top on here, because obviously when you put this back on, it should go up over the orange. If you put this back on and leave them out, then obviously you've had it. You have to unscrew it all again. So just make sure you do that before you screw it all together. Okay, so now we're back. We've screwed everything back up, and now we're just going to go and test. Well, you should actually test before you screw everything back up, but here's the result anyway. So here we go. I'm just going to punch this once and see what happens. There you go, launched off the table. So you can see that's a major difference from what before it was just going boop 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 on there. And now let's have a go at sorting out the volcano. There you go, look at that, massive difference. And finally we have the Octobot shooting out the kelp cake. Uh-oh, still doesn't work. Now the reason for this is, let's take this off, is this here. This grey bit here, it's not sticking out enough. What you need to do is unscrew these, and I'll show you when I've unscrewed that. If you unscrew that and pull that out more, then the flicker inside has more movement. Okay, so I've unscrewed that, and what you'll notice here is this mechanism here. This moves basically. Air comes in there, and air comes in here and moves it. Now, for some of you, it may be that it's not far enough back. So what you have to do is basically, oh, the wheels have gone. Push this. Okay, so here we go. Oh. Okay, so here we go. There we go. Flew out. Not a long way, but it is only a child's toy. So we've got everything working now. So that's the deep sea PlayStation improved. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks very much.